I've been through a lot, but grace sustained me. My test is now a testimony. So the essence of my praise is centered on your grace. It was you, my lawyer in that courtroom. It was you, my soldier on that battlefield. So the essence of my praise is centered on your grace. Hey, yummy. Lord, the essence of my praise is centered on your grace. I don't want to. Hey, I don't want to be. I don't want to. Hey, I don't want to be teasy. Hey, I don't want to be. Lord, the essence of my praise is centered on your grace. I don't want to. Who has changed my story? Who has given me a song? Turned my mourning into dancing. It is you and just your grace. You have changed my story. Protocol breaker, you made a way. You turned my mourning into dancing. It is you and just your grace. Could not have made it without you. Could not have sailed through without you. Your loving kindness, grace and mercy brought me through. So the essence of my praise is centered on your grace. I do. Could not have made it without you. Hey, could not have sailed through without you. By your loving kindness and grace and mercy brought me through. So the essence of my praise is all centered on your grace. I do.
Unity Radio, the voice of the people.
I don't look like what I have been through. You turned my pit into a well. So the essence of my praise is centered on your grace. I don't want to.
hello. Ebusiafo. Omaya this year, ye chiachiamo. And then January bosome. Eda etoso aduonu miensa. Abodonko apa hon sima aduonu baako. Omaya this year, Yennfa Adwene dwumedie ne ye hya asie. Aunty LIZZY magimedwa. Mene minuanom a omo ne ye betwetwe nkomo no. Omo nyina nso wa ha ya krado ne no betwetwe nkomo. Yeda wasesa ode opona to ha. Thomas Nana Boache, Mechiao, o hwe free Ghana. Meda wasesa watune in why nyame nshraw. Saa nso na mikunu Francis so hwe yen o wista ha ya. Meda wasi bebre. Sa watune opono na ode ato hanom. Wista nkofo nyina mo hwe nyina akosi agyamfi mehu sa wo hwe yen. See your wife back up pe. Yeda asese wachi mo opono de ato ha. Ebusuafo, mumye ma ya pamfo nyina akwa aba. Ye ne anesefo empanimfo atitire wo mu ne omo bedi nkomo se ne ye ne da bia no ye ne owura edwodadu jamfi owura a oye nurse ana osansa kire omo muso nursing school ade kese wa bini eco details pa akwa ba clinic na ye boso no so no ana sine na so na kese wo so hu se wa ha nyina dwumedi a yedi ye community mu hia ye yie eni nti na yedi bibia to kwam ne nyamrede mamo enkamia ye se memenda bia nti yeda mo asese mo so maginya wa tu ne feso ye nua ba patience from pon Mrs. Patience from pon ye nurse kese pa wo St Vincent wa ye nurse acheye or experience bebre o sanso yes of maami nti se wo hia no na se wo refini din kra wo friends of maami a obejo so ni otoso ye nua ba ma Choco Kwatin ono di obefresim ene oni studio ha enti Choco befresim yeda mo ase se mo ya aso tie yen yo abusiafo ene ye beka sa fa depression ho depression senti a ye choose sa topic ne no eye coronavirus topic a ye treat ye weeks a etwemu no yetimi hu say de ye hu say yate yare na se na edro na aba na so vaccine so yate ase yie na nia ema eye ehia se ye be treat depression ne say yare no ba ye no e the depression be bre abrenkrofo na depression no na ye be cha ase wotwi e be yire ne mi bisa mpanimfo be bre say depression omo enti ase entra ase ye sen wotwi mu no obi antumi anya word ba ko pe amfa nka say depression enu nie na emomu no ye hu ne say ye wo mu akwa be bre enti obi say ateti obi say enwinwi obi say areho obi ho say ahokyere na ke say depression e yade bia emudo yie niam we bre koso no be bre classifier ni nyina beba under depression oye nipa bone ni ohu ehi na wa ha yenso enti na odi be bre no but na ye pese e kire say ye be kire wase akosi ase ama obi a depression e ha no se eye corona mpa anase bia na dwuma bi mpo na abo no anase bia community no nia yare atete ene areho aye di sanse ya hwere nkrofo attitude be bre e wo community mu the last few weeks eye areho si ye be pon so a ye be nya akwanya e de ache abusuafo aha ye enti depression no e ya de a me say na me yare nti e de ehun sunsanso a brain pa enti ne depression na ye ba be treat no yi wasom yi na ni eni sankomo no enkosi ye be wie sa topic you know so question and so contribution e be bie kwan ato ho ama woni ya ache nenzo so depression ena ye ka ho asem ate
I don't look like what I have been through. You turned my pit into a well. So the essence of my praise is centered on your grace. I don't, I've been through a lot, but grace sustained me. My test is now a testimony. So the essence
yo and I'm say depression no na stem no so na ne kasa na so ne twi no so ne nkyem no edi ni nti no mo be hu ne se ne ye mbrofo no ebedo so kakra wo ma chen twi no na so nya hwe mo fa ncha yen na yesia sanse mpanifo akuku da mo me frɛ mo bi sa mo depression ne nkyira se ne ade no bebre ntumi anhyeda nka ne sisu yie enti yen na ebesua twi no yo depression or how adwendwen atete so wagija na woni wiase eridie ni nyina ye depression enchirase no enti si ye hyase a ye be hyase ama ye nua bema Edward actually ade a depression eye in a nutshell no oni ye nka depression kra any dien se na ye ka no ye de brofo ni twi nyina be frafram ye be try se we ma twi na dos nti ya mo fa nche yen why uti wa usu ni muso no uti me friend na account ye try yen ye da ma sibe pray yo ye nua bema Edward patcho depression kra ne dien
and they said that until LIZZY can. And then the depression, I think say share culture anymore. And then depression and the idea you tie count you di home komo. Into me akra me show me kakra with me now for then go for my friend from say oh ne me here more say me kwa chere depression e wo twi. I'm off waiting me and boy make cases I'd say then me penalty and me fan cheme and the brofo no be dawson. It's a case depression a drink any ye hunamu yare I bruni be case a mood disorder na sa mood disorder no the change say most of the time oho until as a when he NG a wiasimu nyoma pese obeye bibia o sorry when he just say yes and nyoma esenka normally obeye no pese obeye na fin so u feel no na say e coso for several days Yennfa say bibi to say na watch mienu a ana bruni beka say hey say the way see nyoma esi kwedi say there it looks like say you have depression. Now it's something that is very common that affects social America Hanoma every year. About 2 million people will be diagnosed with some form of depression. Now, one thing about depression is to say, so a Arabia owa and yet time bia ne yinu ho edi. Te bi ono ma o hono musa bia unya treatment and aso unya obi ni din koma almost na so abra from kakra and it me eba forma for several months, several days. But hono ma na se bia sembe to and ase bia obi free mu and ase bia adwuma bia and ase bi hawa na akwakọ yi na di na asa ba biem enti ye say as I di ho komo no you be different types of depression, different situations. One who say, hey, I nyoma ekoso my brabo me and ya say me no be edi home komo. Na say me name doctor be kan ho asema na bibisa. It's depression no they very the battery my very very hard to define. But also a mood disorder say I mean several symptoms say edi home komo ebe mo who say okay yeah say you be to me I just say I think say me with depression and that's a baby sir. Yeah.
Yo yati. Neke se nia ye nua bema ne ka ne bema ye bra Michael Kwatin de bia soso. Choko mpacho wo line so. Yo.
Okay.
Mpacho ye ti pa.
Okay, very
yo
good.
yes wa yes say depression ya try as e be bobo ho wo twi title no wo twi menim say also de wo twi kapan se obetimi a kire nkakra depression say na wo siti ase fa
Okay, depression say the me ti ase fa and say wo ho na te say areho a ebi ma da akie so so and then if you be awo ho no ma I mean wo mo na bibi esi na ara ho and so time o pa ho kakra ho na say ware ho no na so ache ana se ko but depression ara ho a ye kan here enya tisu so a settle so no ko bibi a we yo say bibi a be ye bia no koda so ho me fan say bia ka before no ore na bia sorry and so ne wobusa for na so unrafo din komo stress kakra na nka tiko and so we there depression arafo no saa enema we mu nyina emane nko settle so and settle so ekopim say ubenya some kind of treatment and I say ubenya some kind of therapy amanako into sana depression no let's say na omo depression no yare to say the bibi to say high blood pressure and I say the depression I mean I say me fan say be diabetes so yare to say sana mani na say chemical imbalances be what dream the man me sure say you didn't come here beka ho asem ba sanet here yare enye say bia yare ba na emum ne enema bi wo hono ma etumi kokotwe yare ne ba amato say they can say bia bibie siwa brabo mo bia wu ana say bibi sa ana say bia wa yare kete bi sa ni na tumi de sa awreho no eba so when you be no and shada and court just a fa drew and also seek specific treatment it's a depression issue
yo da say na say depression area e wo ho na we bi na kwotwe ne ba na me be kwotwe na ba no so ye be discuss bibre as we move on it's depression ye fanti ya adwemu say eye adwene mo haw ana say adwendwen kese areho atete when ni gie nyina akofom watoba ha wabobo yo sister Pat me pa chaw we de kakra beka ye ho ana
senior year depression feeling sad or down a part of normal life senior we are say yete ana senior nipa tibia sometimes you feel down or you feel sad. And no interest why you depressed. No. But SARS feeling of sadness and feeling down. Say ewo na enko. Not just say why you sad. Ebia sebeka frache in relationship. Ebia we boyfriend and now girlfriend. Kamo asheshe se mo worry. Ade na amba so. Not 6 months, sa feelings now or 3 months, sa feelings now just say 2 years. Nina, I didn't know. So it's a state of feeling sad or down. Obronibeka said feeling the blues. So it's a state of feeling the blues where it affects your daily activities. Enkokra. It's a feeling, a state of feeling me home fame. Areho no aye bebre just say adia nka ebia sebeka fa chebia wakọ ejuma ye yiwedi wadwuma but afi de nu nti no unsori kra endidi unsori kra enjare unsiesie wo ho why mobo why bosa is that kind of state chese ewo wo ho a enko etse wo ho. So it's kind of now from acute no eba be yet is chronic. Nti sadness bi a etie si so a wo ye ho hwe ya enye ye wakọ asori wa bompaye So you are oppressed. You are very saddened. A deep feeling of sadness. Umpese ukonipem. Umpese uye bibia because you are in a state of depression. Intino emi say ye keka boss no ye be yi symptoms naba ama ye nyina yate ase nene de mu de be chen brofo depression no ene emu ayedin kakra intino ye de tree na emu be yedin kakra inti ye de brofo ne be frafra. So it's a state of feeling sad, feeling the blues where yours is not going away. And it can cause physical problems and interfere with your day-to-day activities.
Okay.
It can cause problems in your relationships, your work, your school, your hobbies. So it can cause a lot of things.
Okay.
And it's any would dream na into your bebo bosso.
Yeah, that's bebre. Like I say no so far no. Ye nyachi depression no. Ye nyachi not na hasi pa. Say yem say na esi acheche money there. Ye to me I dissecting ye. Ama say I want to me and see a crabby because it's there dia fa baby a bo fu twi ni na ye di ni na afrafra. Yo, you see depression you ma hodo bebre. Types of depression. And you know, your best stress say you bet me aka types of the depression because depression ya de ba ko pe. And you ma be braid types your types be braid. And you say bride what bet to me am ye hu types ne bia. E what depression di mo a. Anke di be je hu pa.
Okay. Mood disorder, yes, okay. One thing I think say you did two flaws. So they say it will say usually most of the common symptoms na ye kano. Any show ni pakona ultim say adi awo ye de. We dey say they need j or depressed. Obi anaso on kwadwuma or tifia na bibisa. Enkofo pika kra bi wo honom so a. Omutimi de sa nyoma ni sie. It seems say you share your culture near obi honom on pese obi kra bet well most people no person be better say oh depression and I say already or mental illness and I say bibisa. Enti nkofo bebre honom omutimi de sa nyoma we nyina esia obi enhu. Enti I think so one of the things that eventually they better floor and say nipa no wa wo honom na say wa also ultimi ehwe hu say and your master they see call my ya uncofo in hui enkoye intimi here and more SM kojimoa. So okay be to say nice America hanum ye free a actor be Robin Williams. Uhunu no na mabontin no hwen your man ho ye na untimi ka say akwa de depression ekra wona brabum baby and so Onwa Shenidema, how he was very depressed, no, it was so bad, say he was able to actually hurt himself. And that's one thing we have to put across also. Until Lizzy will be Simon say how many there are types of depression. I think say there are over 9 and some more.
Depression ne ho ahometio. Prekwa mo depression ahodo nkono. And you won't say you name me say obia o kakra omo a. Yes sir. And
they said you see kind of obia o kakra on home by set na ho no mo cha and the problem. It's one of the first one your friend no atypical unipolar depression. To unipolar depression, and only normal, and only I who say, we depression, and they say, Obi or normal, or feel sad, they just don't want to do anything. Nothing helps them. Only kasa or kwa sorry or jenny deben, nothing. He's all depressed all the time. Say, and that goes on for years. It's just persistent. Nothing really happens. And not most of the times with those ones, and also so. Nothing really causes it. Those people, they just kind of have it. General number one, unipolar depression. The other one, most common, will be postpartum depression. And usually caused by, postpartum. You can say postpartum.
Postpartum say bia wo na ne hormones asesano ne hunsuo ne ma asesano. Okay, postpartum. Si wo na se bia wa ba fie na so da so hospital ho kra na se ya je akra na wie na so san ye bi ba oni padua nim omogya mu ene wo hormones no wo hunsuo no enyina to me bibi say.
Yes,
okay.
Yes. And you know, so those ones, no, it's pretty much chemical and also situational because of the situation only on the womb at that time, you know. The other ones also will be like seasonal. Most of them to make common ones in the first and second. Okay. The other ones.
Yeah.
Maybe to say situational or seasonal depression. So situational, to be say. Obi a frame what lose wa juma and I say asem kesi bi ato a ho adwendwen sa adwendwen sa ontimi cry and fa adwen fa ho baby a oye bibia de bia o sorry no po one sorry no po no na adwen ho sa and then the seasonal one so she America ha no man I say my for multitude kwaya you what changes in seasons one of the seasons na o shed them was untimi nko baby so so o baby cry snow atọ and I say I wom until changes in weather o sorry o sha abontin ye sunsun I mean about 8 o'clock so na the asa and the days are very very short and the nights are very long so around those times so people, a lot of people get very very depressed with what is going on. Okay. The other ones is also something like atypical depression where mostly affects children. And with those ones, and chrono sometimes they act out and they say, oh, and some bonnet if you because they agree there's some bonnet kwano you can see onye see aswon TV see one was no atobo abom no pie no like and yet normal stuff and crying na di bonnet but crab you one man the bonnet no di actually usually that can be some form of depression and that's the way a crano act out and who say and your man na brabo no bibia and your man like he's trying to do something to kind of stimulate himself out of that situation thing that yes other ones and so depression that are caused by either say offer drugs and I say
say we any cocaine any no
yes and I say omonomonsa na akofa depression about and go phobia on mas or hensa no obi on no monsa they need to meet but in check ubis and as okoshe na ono ko atekon na bim sa ne raho that kind of depression they can go on for a while and obi also so he's so depressed and they say he needs to drink or no monsa and I say so coffee drew and san otimi the so that's another one me lose track
you bet to me ama yenu abema Choco mpacha wo line so Choco me pa cho fe bi kan ho types of depression na ye ka ho asem yi me say you abobo bi so afine nti so fa bi kan ho man say your 9 major types but there are others too so
okay all right you so your friend of bipolar disorder and bipolar means you move bipolar disorder and no aquarius depression be a man why very depressed we are depressed na I check na fe say when you saw na take now I go into depression now I depressed and only another type of depression.
Next bipolar no before I bet to no yen mom say bipolar no ye say wo ho na usu and I say usu a ewo wo so no etimi ye areho and I say etimi be ye enidie pa ti wo ho a woni timi ji afenet ko no areho basa and bipolar no woni wani mienu nti we wo ho na we take over
obia ne de affecting it differently obi wo ho no ma depressive state no and I say time obi depressed no a check maybe 3 months and I say even more. But it'll be for front so also bipolar there, so not again and check out. So it will be a different when it comes to bipolar.
Okay.
The people also my friend said a bipolar with psychotic features. And no, I said part of depression. No, I said. I said, be any honor cry. No, I said, I am say, baby. So, be a honor, so Chesra, who said, be a more and I'm honor, and I say, maybe normally in him. And so now, be a me who was messing, as my friends be a rather than a corner baby. So, types of depression.
Okay.
And it'll be a honor so to me depressed with catatonia. But to me depressed in such a way, say I said, Ujina Honum, why I said my friend said a statue. So I near my and
we patch our what's what in a horse statue.
But I say,
what's what in a horse statue?
Ojina statue.
It's Ojina horse sim. Wow, no, I say Ojina horse sim. I say, Enquire Papa. Okay. Nene, ya someone. Most of them, Mamma enough for control. Will be
for a very long time, even to the extent of hurting themselves from being in one place for a very long time. All kinds of depression. They said the American and never be real hard man. Young all the time, but it's we have a back home. We also one of my accounts with anxiety. Anxiety, no stress. Way depressed. But can be nothing. You say, oh, I said the BBC. I said the BBC. I said the BBC. And you are not on to me PA and Quabonti because of I only said the BBC. And on any anxiety. Okay. Into there, may walk.
Say, ye does see a henwa. Yenya bar parts, obey to make a crack and one. Bibi or how more fee our mouth and come one.
Thank you. Now, a bit or horsewar, depression, a bit or horsewar, nay, premenstrual depression, which a no naya na a mano and a ya yetania. Obi or while Obeka say, oh. My time of the month is coming. Sometimes say, oh, baby, yeah, Uba ko a feature. Says, Annie, can Uba
brand, not so be
yeah, Aunty Lizzy Besrame and Aunty Besrame. Aunty Besrawa. Sometimes you feel that way. And mano, yeah, sometimes, and research even shows most of the time, a Maya more depressed than men because Sekobani says sometimes our Rijaya na bibisa ba. Normally, a man no nefa mofrano nti no a single mother and into the count is a type of depression, a bini premenstrual disorder. Into obi obey feature. We said during that time, they feel a little bit down. They feel a little bit depressed. Into that can also be a type of depression. Na sene ye kano and what's say a sihoda a kosoda. Just say that time of the month, you feel bloated, you feel all that. Sometimes we won't say a money be titri. We won't so because say, oh, that time of the month, na meninje, me feel you feel a little bit off. That's blues. You feel the blues, but that shouldn't be there all the time. It's me back up. See, this is another type. I think I'm
bobo do na so like I said I want see a channel so etie and they say depression ya de bia niema differences ne do so bebre niema it's me my we depressed ne do so bebre na ne was see a channel so they say yes see too much of everything is bad and they say oh na say bibia show so na show so to the point say a prevento from somebody di and I want to mean ya kra empem kra want to mean sorry free empem obi ohono mu a ebi na enadwuma wahwe enadwuma oti akonya mu so ohwe TV a oti mu saa from anopa kosi anadwo on sorry ne di on sorry nante on sorry nyare te say asa de ewiase nyina pa no esa edru sa point na ene ehu no say depression no afaw na efaw pa nso enti depression de betimi aba se wo bi na etimi ba kakra bi but then ebetina ho na cha eno ne ade a yenhye ne nso se emoa na ebi mu ho a mutimi de no tumi tina ho ma ne che nti eno na ya na very dangerous man pa nti yenhye ne nso yo afi ye because symptoms ne so I may say as we talk about the types no symptoms need be I follow in kakra but I think there are more in sister part try so never symptoms of the same symptoms that remember when you say what depression no so never ya say obi mpo na why wo so no wo dem a na wo assess so na show ho ahwa utimi say na nsin asem koye papa na wankasa no wape waboaboa ho say obekọ for treatment nti symptoms no ene eniema a ebeda dia me hu say wo depression no eno bi na ye beka ka ho asem
eniema ede di say ye wo depression like symptoms no ebi ni loss of interest enti no ebia wo ye obi a menka ne say
when ade bi ho pa
when ade bi ho pa wo bi just bibi wo a e ma when je na all of a sudden when you loss of interest no and loss of social gathering you pese ubepie kra ubeko nipem when you loss of sad just a lot of sadness, a typical sadness arehobia atiesi so no just a bibie ni ho a ebema no akọ symptoms ni be so yeah pese ejuma kra pese wokọ you've lost interest obi wo e bi o worry for pese ni kunu kra de ne ho beka na say obema oba no so de ne beka you've lost interest of also you can lose interest of appetite inte aduane kra na okọ bibie ni ho a yeah ebema aduane just a loss of appetite udidi kra enya wo and then you can also lose interest in social activities into no so obi ye baby shower no be ye party and no be invite to bibi kra pesa wo beko pesa wo beko nipem uni sa enije no so uko bi ho ana say
enya ukra se ko and pesa wo ko school pesa wo ko adwuma just say pesa wo dware siesie wo ho obi enya wo na hye ukona
yes
okay
yenjai wo remember
Bra Edward me pa cho fa bi kan ye ho I mean the symptoms no eno be boan ye pa me ye hu pa san say bu ye ho no mo a ofu sa de bi a wo ye no oye ne sa keke onim say ye depression ene ma ne ye sa de no nti yen koso with symptoms no
symptoms need a dose no be the one thing about depression and they say when it comes to diagnosis now the doctors usually will look at these symptoms and then will usually if you have at least 5 or more of them they will use that to give you a diagnosis. Now said they need to see kind of say a mood disorder one of the things to also be aware and they say some of the symptoms can also be very physical and say ufili wo body nim in terms you need to say joint pain okay joint pain back pain even to the extent say chest some people will have chest pain say Bruniveka said GI symptoms.
Oyafunomo enye wo yie. Asa wo ho asa wo yem ye wo ya say o pese wo coffee, o pese o kotena so baby so ni ade. Okay. Depression to me ma o feel sa na nyina.
Oh yeah.
Hey, depression. Wo ya man krofo yi bebre dia kaka ho. So ni ekro no.
Etima o nya sa anyoma ni especially say after say wako doctor hono near treat you for some of the causes of some of the things that might cause you to have a yare not who result to be most of the time a depression that causes a bit to say apart from says I have feelings of hopelessness sadness to be well to the extent to be a cry onim so otimi call bathroom echo Johnson onim so otimi call bathroom echo toilet on kongu no ho no we say 7 years old 12 years old no master start ye bibisa or that can be some of the symptoms of depression. Oshe empenifo nso so say omomodi after 65 years old or those kind of things. Say most of the time, and almost also know they tend to have a lot of chronic illnesses and diseases. In TSA depression also so it made in whole gym. We say na so a lot of irritability so they say
bibia na wo yi ano na bufo so as a bufu ntem basa bi irritability response no snappy as a bibia ye we hi bisa
until obi asem
ohini mo bon mo mi enhwe ni yo na symptoms we dey me say ya afa ye mu bebre
eti obo sa so no be say no mo sa e dey affect you be omo say affect you be they say
or they say
or the obi to be on I say otia wana so hu ye na hi for no reason. Most of the time you have to be kind of and not just say could I die the life from man or but you try to sort out whatever the issues are. It's symptoms need there and a dorsal be brave and like the can say obia some people will have different kind of symptoms. So if you say I can't want to be brave, but they will have something else. It's the best thing they say and who say your man koye mawa only doctor ebekasa only doctor bekasa want me no only doctor and I say over fret what now for be now in the home commercial situation and say only I met you on and saying you may be cause of my brother ma and my ninja home to wait me up one I make it can't want some and show.
Okay. Yo, ye bra Choco also. Choco, me pa cha wo di be kan hwa yana because me tesi say obi ho crowd ti hwa na osu. Obi hwinye no osu. Eno kra so
Yo, mate. Said your maka bia fine. But kakra bi na me so me ba so. And to say yeah kan sentence no physical and emotional.
Okay.
And I say, let's be on my watching when I'm being so on my watching sanity. Now, when and I say physical symptoms, it being so me, to one of my mates, when you're saying so no one breath. I will know she and ye, one per class, over free and so. I been on the view also. When I say, what appetite at Tico, when you do, and so won't feel this a common to also Yana Pa, use no motivation crash, a cocoa baby, and as a cocoa baby. No, it be more so on so I really, yes, and will be a day different. To be a dear, a bad differently. Will be on a man with any appetite, only those who are at phone. Will be also an any dear no, Papa said, Eddie do be a fridge movie of a so didn't or the idea of person young is who did and also a being so no. We are hard life, especially in penny for no. After ordinance so all lose concentration, won't to mean concentrating every year. I said, Mum Crown or Honoma, where's or Honoma, and I said, near to and I said, I'm not going to the baby cry. Concentration on now. A woman so honoma to say a paint now or cano. There's no reason behind or say, me home baby and and so
on your Jumadi,
maybe a yano, the entire course. Been so and na. If you are on my bay, I won't give me mother, and I thought that oh, Yamay, I don't know so to go come and you can carry and chippy up when you have to which may not be. If you also the enemy another door, but that's on Pecras or sorry, or better all day. All night. Meaning symptoms of depression. And finally, Bin so hono mana to say too much sana afi adwena odwena ni ewu ase ewi ase afono na ewi ase ni no debio mo feel say me kwa say e de kwa na meji wo bi ase ana se bia say se me ni wi ase kwa hwan kwa mpo na be se ni nyina ya some depression.
Oh yo yeda ase bebre ebusuafo tie symptoms, signs and symptoms of sa arehudie ene se wagigya ne adwendwen a yefre nyina ka bo my friend depression na nyame animu ni enye easy kra se wo ho na wani gusu na wontumi na san se bibi na ehye wo so nti anase bia wo yam kra wonte yefunu kom wote ho saa wanum nya wo dre obi ahu ye wahi obi kasa ho ana wa brush no off for asem kono ho a kese wutimi hu se si ye hwe saa ne ma nyina kese saa depression no ne symptoms no ne ma na etimi diye wo ni padua no ne wadwene no do so pa obi ho kra saa depression nti ye so osua de kra onye de onhu fi se na adwene no nia enenam no enye bi kra nie enti nipa saa no bi ho no ma school kra no won hyeda nyaade enti ye won panimfo de ne nkra de enti mefa nse bi nkra no mo ko school de me ye sure say esa na omo interest kra wa de suemu ni school kono kra no omo mpeso mbeko bi tu be hu sa kra bi ho anka opeso ko school so se me menye mekọ adwuma anase bia me yesi na ebi a depression ni enti no ama ontumi focus ye enti no ebusuafo me yenhye ne nso se mefa nse wo ho na ohwe se wo dwiwa ensi so afei wa ho odin nyina sa wo nya ehwe nso aye boho na wo ho tutu na bi ho na wo tipayo sa so na wo nya ehwe ni nyina na bi a wawo na nso bi a wo ti ho na enusuo ba na eba wawo akra da na so kama nka ye ni begise ya wo ni ade no odi asa reho mo mu na ahye wo so na wa ye din na wo ti ho din na bi ho no manusuo draw sa na kese depression ena etiasimu etimo yenhye ne nso adofo se ne ebe ya se obi ewo ya brabo manase ye ni obi yo ho anase se yen ampo ye wo ho na se ehu se bibi se yikoso ya brabo ma ntempa na ebe me ani ada ho ni etimi ateki anamon a efata yetu anamon efata enti no ye wo risk factors me ye sure say niema we nyina nyese bia wo ho a ne ba asa obi ani ho e wo ne to asasi so na start say wo depress enema bi ne kabom na amwonya depression no enti ye mobo ne mane kakra so na ye nhwe say anye bia asa ne mane betumi asoso anase betumi aso ano ansa na kofa sa a house e di abrain bra Edward pipa cho me start e free wo so
say you can say risk factors are it just say there na wo obi ho a eniti e mo ema onu enya yarebi anase ema onu ye at high risk of getting something say if depression are some of the risk factors no normally depression is very common between the ages of 15 and 45 to so sa age na those are the times that we are more productive. We are doing this, we are doing that. We tend to have issues with depression. Another one will be there are some people who are just prone to it. So we had depression, more depression for a long time. So according to research, almost brain and that's all my brain. It's a little bit different from people who don't have any forms of depression at all. Tissue now moon cry and I say and yoma and dry what a wound my a drain is okay. A little bit different.
Okay.
And I find almost so obi or fat edrubone and I saw more and
dots.
Those things tends to increase the chances of having depression. I was just cry. It increases the chances of having all the other diseases that we've been talking about. Okay. Anyway, another one people who are in situations where they are not fully accepted. Meaning, say, America, example will be like gay people, lesbians, those kind of things. Because one of the reasons being, they're, imagine say what a community be na say nobody really counts you as a person, that kind of thing. No, you tend to be at higher risk of having depression. Another thing will be like environmental. Environmental. Say, as I said earlier, na many anti-patients didn't come on here. Say, poor people tends to be depressed. And so when it's answer so I think I say Ghana for more here poor Dawson pa very depressed, so but it's not the case. It has a lot to do with who you have around you, like having something to do. Say 10 Ghana cedis Ghana so you could now kobana why you busy you say we giddy and it helps a lot of it. So to us only that tends to increase your risk of having depression also. And then there are some genetic factors in especially Sibia Obi had that issues with depression, Obi had issues of mental illness. The chances of your risk factors then increases significantly if you have something like that going on.
Yeah, that's the paper. So me who say depression near my it's me at the bano a draw sweet. Nti eno bi na wa apostle ye be my sister part so aka crack train.
Depression some of the risk factors so bet me a hormonal risk. Nti hormonal risk no be dey bobo so say wa wo foforo maybe obeye wo obeko efichire, those kind of hormones no sometimes unse man estrogen baby, so some of the hormones can also cause depression. They make me can so I found say sometimes it's a chemical imbalance and then the
chemical imbalance no wa woni pedua ni mo no ennyoma ewo mu a ema ekabo ma obeye nipa ebi ni moja ensuo yesin ton ene sa ne manema na efrafra ni nyina no enu mu bi nso tutumi cause so sa enu ne chemical imbalance
en ebi wo so na ade a bibi how like especially with our teens no obi beka say na ma bewo me ba wa abrochire enye se ehia no enye se
onye aduane
ndi toya mitime de mano den pa na ema bofrey eye depressed entinu eno so bi betimi aye a form of illness na yen before no especially if you Africa ni ade no yem pese umami bi ana obi wa hu se ye maami no moko ware ayesi ko bi se fie ho se bodam se mo fie ho bibi wo fie ho, so it's kind of a stigma.
Yes,
entinu we don't kind of treat it. It could Brian Edward kind it could be a risk ebia na una nebia na umami bi wo bi, so it could a risk can also be inheritance. So it's like the inherited
adia
ebusuanim deda ebia yen hwenkan ti se wako hospital na ye say doctors no be sao, do you have a history of umami no papa or blood pressure? What is your family history? Into family history can also cause you to have can be a risk. Also a risk factor can also be like soldiers call Iran Iraq war into BB trauma, something very traumatic. SC ewo wa bremu and also to me a risk factor because every bia sa denubesi ana ebia obi po bekai no na chese wo so no akotwetwe o depression na ediaba. These are some of the risks. I think Edward Bobo so
just ade bia eya na obi akai wo ya.
Yes,
wakai wo ya na wo kaya na wani suo da ama ra.
Yes,
yo yeni abema choko mpacho wo so me pacho beti be ka kraka ho ana na se aka ni nyina okay
so mo ya aka ni nyina but I'm sure you know be I want my many shows on my kinds of the mountain. So,
okay.
In no be one far. Normally, a bit me, I'm away depressed.
Okay.
So, my friend said, you know, more high blood pressure and diabetes, no more sign, and no be almost side effects, a depression. So, so those are some of the things that a bit me amount in your depression. So, into the my friend said, yeah, the doctor do what to a group so now what that now all of a sudden I say ama areho mada atie to so all of a sudden I was say usheni na ma doctor because the bit me say it can be a side effect of a drone. So
okay.
And I really want to chronic diseases being so hormone so our home. So why and also who depressed. So my friend said, "Dear, when you are really to say, dear, MS and I say multiple sclerosis." So MS,
MS.
I say, "Hormone now. I say, want to mean sorry, want to mean yashi." So now I say, "I'm on phone. I said, the cry almost two." Tanya many na no e betumi ama waye depressed so and you say make no maka emu na me wa me
ye da se like say depression ye kan ya rie bi enso so etimi ko fast depression ne ba ya rie bi sunso ni depression me fan say bia ya diagnose with HIV and I say bia me fan say diabetes and I say bia MS na ye kan ye omo a ase omo dom pemu nya din ti omo ntumi nante ye anasa sickle cell so ya rie bia so betumi ahawa ma
cancer cram
cancer
yeah this is a cancer I say
entimi bewu why na ehwe me why na be yesei why na be to mechi ni nyina adwenje ni nyina kaboma na ama wadwene ni nyina bom like say depression na set in wow like say depression no ne risk factors and the causes no ya kamia say ya intertwined wo ho ana say bibi wo ho a betimi dia ka ho about causes no
say you can't chemicals na
patcho
okay, near chemicals, one of the main causes of depression will be depletion of what do you call it, serotonin and norepinephrine. In terms of say a drug a drug affected those kind of chemicals. The chances of having some form of depression then also increases. Michael looking. So Dr. Mawadra, they have very, very good intentions why they've given you that particular adrenal. It's also up to you, our adrenal, to then monitor yourself and figure out, say, oh, okay, I think since I started a drawing 2 days ago, 3 days ago, I started a feel say, and fan show Fred Doctor Nakacha and say, I draw the mammy, say, na me started here, saw them at the mam, send me for way say, but me who say me feel saying, to no drink home saying, Doctor will prompt the doctor then to think about, oh, I'm as somehow can no correct most of the time, nipa be a bear. 5% of the people who will take this medicine, they start to then have these kind of feelings. I may just still not that's what I say. In fan show and a quack fast and be brave about anything that can affect your body, that can affect some of these chemicals
Imbalance.
That need to work to get to where you need to be, can then cause you to have issues. Inti asen biba sa na bibi sa u fili bibi sa na de make an say and fan show catch a doctor no de drone ma na on he so betime bibi of ho a
ye da se adofo se ne ye kan ye hu se enuro bi so to me the depression ba enti bi o hono na ya twa adro bi ma woda so fi se wo ya re bi nti na ebi a wo fa se adro na no hu se adro ya se me fa na bibi ye me se kokun ho anase bia bibi ye say oda ho a na obopiti na wasori agina ho na obopiri na wasori agina ho na say uhu obi a na obuafu anase o fa do say no wi ati hu say o ye bia na otibia asesa mesraw sign for doctor na catch ne say do na de ma me no eye but niema a esan esunsun so a me senya no ebi nie nti yenhwe ne yie san say no na mo de ma no edro bia o side effects edro bia ho no ma ne side effect no ebia enye kra nti kra ye wo se yi free so niema fofora ene ne ben san say no ne wo bebre nti bia ho no mo ane e de ama ho no emmoawa ye betumi ayi wo free so de ato foforo so nti eye pa say yan e behwe ye ho na ade ba kwan ye before no ye di ho fo no ene saa ade no ye nhwe ye ho yie ade bi ho no mo a ofa ne saa doctor na ahwe do na ma minti ngo ka se mempe ana se ngo ka se menom nti na wafa na woda so na wonom enso na edu sanya na da bi e wo se wo ko ka che doctor ne se do na me fa no sei ni sei da ye bi nti no ye behwehwe mu a ebi ho a ye betimi atwon labs omoja akɔhwɛ se ampa se ade na ye wo no eyi sei a ana se ense duro no ne fa foforo ma enti edofo no yesra mu ma bo bia emfa bibia saa kwa sanse saa kwa no ye nimra ye ho so no na edi yenya enti mom yenhye ne nso se doctors no wo ho foi se omo wo ho mayen bibia ni a ye monitor ye ho enna ye ka bibi se you are your own best advocate woni obi a wo betumi aka se ne wotie yie pa se wo hunam dua mu afemfem a wo kan che doctor ne se wo ho femfem a ontumi nyi wachini mi a mete nche mi ntimi nyi wachini ebi a me hunu sa abonten me hu am osire kama ye kɔ party ye hia ye kɔ ayie ye sue di nkomo kama enso wa wonim se onkwa wo hyefi a ade bi kyerɛ wo se ye sei fase kan twa wo ho ye sei na ke se eno kra ye bibi foforo wo se otumi ka kyerɛ doctor ne se ebi a na nsɛm yo hɔ a na menya saa ade ne wo mi mu se menye se nti de na ekɔ doctor ne betumi afrɛ wo se bra ne ahwehwem no aba ni ade watena se ni aye interview wa bisa wa se ebi a bibi sei ana se bibi ato wa brabo mu nti na akofa saa ba na suma hu nti adofo ye nuanom abibifo ye srem mo ye nhwe ye ho so ye san se ye wo nipa ba ye wo just one body se wo ti we wo nko a ne wo a se wo hwere wo ho a bibia ne wo betumi aye ma wo biem nti wo se ye hwe ye ho yie se wo fo se adwuma na wo ye no bebre na enti ma wo ntimi nhwe wo ho so yie a ti adwuma ne so san se bra wo bre no wan hwe ya wo ntimi ntena se na wa enjoy daachi so what ya se adwuma na wo ye no bebre ate so se wo ne okunu ene wo yiri wo anasa wo yiri wo fie na wo hu se bibi nkoye ebi ana wo hia wo mo ebi wo hia se wo be wo ne nchen mo so ho double na wo koye no wo benya sika no but e wo se wo hu se nipa na wo ne ne bobra no so ne ho hia anasa wo ma na waja no mo wo fie no wo ho hia ti adwuma ne so na fa days ni bitina nkra ne nchen na hwe wo mo san se wo ne wo mo ntena na wo study wo mo a ebi ho anema bi ho a ekoso mo life mo a unhu baby na wo ti adwuma mu sister part me patcho pese odi bi kan san se ya ba tan saa ne ma no edi enya pa ene ye nua no ma ye kwa adwuma a ye ntwa ye ni mehwe fie no edi enya okrom ha me patcho boso kakra ma yen
yo until Lizzy me da say there meka actual so na nka me pese ye panel no so discuss depression in children especially the teens answer na ye best start na me ni bride would na ye boboso if you say ye adwuma wo hospital
okay
nti na ya ye hu niema kakra but because of HIPAA untumi nkoka obi asem wa bontin enu de enye
depi
na ye mana ya bewo mo aha no e wo say ye dane ye ni na ye show mo because depression enye mpanifo pe teens from the age of 15 to 25 can also fall in the strain of depression.
Exactly.
Ain't you know, during those times, and I say, your mofra no, I was say, show me, ebia ube wofie. Na ya bata, ye nimse na ye mate, ebia neni crack. Afe all of a sudden, akolano school crown pesa oko. And na ebi crown oko school, bonny homoding. And so no obefia no ayetebo sene nanka unim obano ontesa otiwa on kantre wo so ye ne ye ma no anye free na ya fefe niemem na ye misoma obeka ko ka tre na damfo ye hu ni bebre because ye tu kwan a yaba obi man so ntino nieme bi wo ho a e affect omo a ye manu ye wo mo ha obi wo kra ne banko Ghana da onim se ne abrabo ne ti ewo Africa enti ye besre bebre se ye ne ye ma ebedi nkomo ena se wo ba ne ka asema trewa kan hu se ono ya ngono wo Ghana wo ka che ni se hwe ye wo Ghana no unim bra na ye bre na wo brebe na ono no onim ye ntu light mu mani hu da enkosa nsuo da ewe fom onko afom da ekomunde ne da den na wo hwehwe awunya nti no teen depression so wo ho ewo se ye maame nom papa nom no ye ma ye ni bie ye ma ye ni da ho sa na wo ni abofra ne bebo nkomo na we hu de ha no na se ehu hia se o de ne beko hospital na doctor ahwe no na wa diagnose na ferie bie ni ho if he says sometimes ye feel say ye Christopher enti no ise obi uka say me kwa sorry na me ka say Lizzy ma ye depressed any say nyo but Bible so try say the stigma Bible so try say Jesus obaye no obeye papa bebre na papa no ye and he came for the oppressed even though he was anointed he came for the oppressed enti depression oppression Bible mu enti ebi ne sen ebi ne yebeka sen yebeya wo ubenya ofa ahodie na ho beto ebeba so but ebi ne say une oba wo ho a wo say ye ma ye ni da ho na ye ne mmofra no ebon komo ye ne mmofra no hwe une oba nye free na ontumi nka de ha ne nkyerɛw se ebia ne nafofo bi pese omo di enuro bi ma no so hwe ene drugsy aba bebre ye wo mu din bebre we o ma ye bi tofe ye wo mu bebre insane o mu di bi share cotton wool mu o mu ko proma ne ma o mu ye wa ase cocaine inro ni de bebre wo ho enti na wo say ye ni ye ma no ye bisa ye ma no na ye ma esuro bebre enko mu na mom be a friend to your child send be obetimi aba wo ho na wo so wetimi ayede etunefo and I say wo in that state of depression near na impenifo no I was say ye very careful because imofra no omo hweyen no mo nkohu ni say that is it's normal it's a normal thing but send ye ka no depression is a state of feeling and everybody can feel the blues. It's okay. I mean, ye nije for ye jinyami dini but sometimes niema besi wo abrabom ama ora ho na ora ho a it's eba neko but it shouldn't be there for a long time. Enti me de ha me bebre ni ye mano ya kan penifo de no nemom ye mana ya wo mo wo kromo ha no oko college no na danfo ben no ne nam sa suban ben no wom sa niema ben no mo ye sa omo di nkomo a ubetie enye se snoopy around but for the protection of the child omo wo internet so a niema omo keka no omo use niema bi mommy is on my shoulder no ma text
omo jargons
jargons omo die bi kra na phone e wo nanim e na ye homeschooling phone wo nanim e na computer ni wo ekire nti wo ma me ni de onim so wo school but no de ni phone ne na fofo kasa nti mi fa ocho bebre ebusuafo ni etiefo mumma yeni na ho for yemma na ya wo mo ha no mumma yeni na ho for omo because depression is real but solution so wo ho nti mema manu esi ha
depression is real. It is real. Don't underrate it. Don't underestimate it. Don't push it aside because it's gonna take you by surprise if you don't pay attention, especially to our kids. Depression is real. Yeah, beto aso. Nenso so mummy enfa enwum kakra mfem. Na yemra. Why?
Like what I have been through. changed my story. Protocol breaker, you made a way. You turned my mourning into dancing. It is you and just your praise. Could not have made it without you. Could not have sailed through without you. Your loving kindness, grace and mercy brought me through. So the essence of my grace is centered on your grace.
Yo, abusuafo yɛda wanse sɛ moda so a ne yɛwɔ ha na ne yɛka ne sɛ depression awerɛhoɔ adwendwen atete a ɛhyɛ yɛ soɔ no ɛyɛ ade bi a ɛtɔkɔ soa na se anhwɛ ho asɛm anka ɛde ɛsunsunsanso ɛbɛba no ɛnyɛ ɛne yɛsan aka sɛ ɛnyɛ mpanimfoɔ nko a na timi nya depression no ɛmɔfra no nso tumi nya depression. Enti yɛsrɛ ɛyɛ awareness pɛ ne yɛde yɛka yɛnkyerɛ wo nea wobɛyɛ ama wɔ busua na yɛka ne sɛ ma w'ani na hɔ na yɛma yɛbɛwo wɔ mo no ɛma yɛnrɛ mfi ɔmo sɛ yɛka ho ebi ɛna mbɛtimi aduru akyire ɛne nti sɛ yɛyɛ adwuma kakra ne yɛtwa yɛni abɛhwɛ mo kakra yɛni ɔmo wɔ hɔ a ne yɛni ɔmo di nkɔmmɔ na yɛ pick out yɛyi nneɛma a ɛbɛfiri mu aba a ɛnyɛ no yɛno nso yɛ akyerɛ mo ɛkwan ho from befa so na ankoyɛ sɛ ɔmo ne ɔmo namfofoɔ ɛna akodi nkɔmmɔ ne akyerɛ mo ne ɔmo nyɛ na ankofa nsusanso amren sanse minimsie nyina yɛ dɔ yɛ ho paa yɛ community yi mu no ɛka wo yɔnko a account ɛka baako a sɛ ne yɛ kɔ parties ne yie ɛne ɛbɛdin soɔ ne yɛ friend say baby showers ne se me fan say obi e birthday ne ayade a yɛ nyina yɛ kɔbɔm kama no sɛ ka wo yɔnko a na account ɛna se yɛ kae nso so a yɛ Ghana community no mu kraa empo efie Ghana no sɛ wo kɔ abɔnten na se me de me bɛyi gyaw enti me kokroma ba ɔhwɛ ne ma wo kama sanse ɔmo nyina edi agro enti bibi kɔbɔne a ɔno a be step in saa na yɛde tete yɛn saa na yɛtie enti yɛsrɛ sɛ yɛma yɛni na hɔ na ma yɛyi yɛma no mu ɛnka sɛ ɔmo wɔ hanti ɔmo ne bibia na emu no yɛni bedi ɔmo akyi na enima bi anteke yɛn by surprise adwuma ne yɛyɛ nanso nam sɛ ɔmo nso nti na yɛyɛ ne nti no ɛwa ne yɛtwa yɛn ni aba ne yɛbɛhwɛ ɔmo kakra na bibia ayɛ kama yo yɛto aso sesia no yaka signs and symptoms no yaka enema ensusanso a etumi de ba no yɛpɛse yɛka complications a etumi de ba sanse sɛ wo twɛn na sɛ hyɛ wo so a ma ne cha ɛso complications na bi ne sen ɛne yɛpɛse yɛ hu sɛ yɛ ade na hyɛ wo ho na wonka at some point no ɛbɛgye nsɛm kra enti yɛsrɛ mu ara yɛbɛsrɛ sɛ at this point no I may say Sister Mavis ye do better so at this point enti Choco ye be ma a little bit of a break na ya say Sister Mavis in pacha o so
in pacha me also
me da si bebre say ye ka complications of depression say ye hwe say eye na say ye bu ye negu so na say yanka ho asem ye anhwe ho asem anka esunsun so anso etumi de ba no ebitumi ye wo ni ade ye pa mo chowa Sister Mavis ye be mo start complications of depression.
Oh, okay, me that's it. Now, I'm going to say, I did become a sister.
Yes,
Koso. Don't say about our kids. Don't say I bullying and go around. Go on about crowd, you know, because me go school be able to because they're busy, no, they ignore them. They don't even listen to them. Kolana is very, very important. So, Mobano Muka Bibia. Would you say busy Kana, see your Mokana, at least, would see your Kana. That is okay, may look into it. It helps them. And also, Banaso Shefie or Shedam or better be P. Okaso maybe be a better way. Would you besides be course or course school? No, then they see also, especially those between the age 15 air corner, almost low self-esteem. If you're Canada, who you say, one you say, when you say, it's like they get that low self-esteem. It's a very, very important thing. They any manner, praise them. Oh, who you say, oh, that thing helps a lot. in terms of your manner. Oh, so if you have a catch and be how long can there's a corner of catch a teacher and a choir, wait me, I catch you more about Mumbo. Sometimes I almost so to say, Oka, Omaka, my children, and when you say that word, no. But we have to encourage them to say, yeah, money, that's why they will keep on doing it. Not at the end, affect you. And it will also a sexual abuse. Oh, physical and sexual abuse, no. Obuan and Colabia be any baby. I shouldn't want on to make internet walk hospital cry, even penny for cramp. No, your course to me because I say, oh, feel it lonely, oh, feel it overhead so soft. When in part of feel it over, I said no, because one, get back to the so. Yeah. Ne document to say, oh, you're depressed. Oh, and also so depressed and that's feeling like harming himself now. You never to start that watch. Very, very important step overcome what is going on. Well, I saw catch a doctor and say, say the reason, one moment the reason now. Sometimes it helps somebody to know a counselor or me depression nana and group. It was a counseling Obu also lose the family member be to make cause a lot. It is a financial problems. Obu also knew how to get watching or knew how to get sometimes no catch you be with your bones. I say advantage like I say places that you can go for. Food this annual money to know if you be open up. I know say because of stigma no you be can or because I see what it. Not yet, they call.
The part of stigma now. Stigma now will come.
I say, I'm a bunting. We say, uncle, that's the thing. So, but it's very important, especially so we even catch our down to be an answer because now, doctor and manager aware. The earlier the better. Say, in terms of than say at the end. Also, no more. Ebia bibi no go through in sia no monsa no so no monsa na no best of people after and sana tia kono na asa starting to enta no more nsa be alcoholic no because of that minimum bia no so ebia pain ebia or chronic pain or tini fitini ya they get depressed because of that if you now so open up now catch your doctor very, very important whatever it is no make sure so doctor you are aware. Don't we can't share what down for an answer because of stigma society, you fear of society, looking down on you near the end but for doctor there. Because of hate and privacy, it's very, very important so you tell your primary doctor. Okay. And to make complications there about depression, some of them they say, oh, you're depressed, need eat obesity. Oh, because they don't feel like going anywhere. They don't share on no wake a car before we before we realize not won't gaining weight. Oh, okay. And gaining of weight can lead to obesity, can lead to diabetes, it can lead to heart problems, high blood pressure, even heart attack, all those things. No, so ODD too much now because naturally no body no ever specific weight are why you used to. System no it is already dinner a boost now gaining weight now then you are putting pressure on the heart it's one of the complications no and they go also and make we are depressed not what you entry or the need the any so and or the coins every client no there will be another family no more history no or more history of alcoholism in the family when you're depressed or feeling lonely, one can answer then he goes into it. Drugs say cocaine, heroin, marijuana. Marijuana is just only a medical one, but to go for medicinal purpose. Because for him to be able to forget about whatever he or she is going through, need to not enter into drugs. And look like a man anxiety, they are not anxious. Because you only be able to see he doesn't know what will happen. I say uncertainty, what is going on. Or isolated. On person he wants to be alone. And I before we realize you start having thoughts. Like I didn't alcohol. I didn't cook now and one no pain. Once you go, no more pain, no more suffering. It will go back to the planet. Say, okay, then I mean, yeah, me too. I know I started Google and I say, if I make a minimum do, I mean, do overdose. I do connect them, maybe I know what do so fee. But that's how they be. And I say, because I mean, fat, maybe I may say, trap me, family, trap me, Janeba, Namijaya, no, I'm greedy, I'm he has so many thoughts what to do. It was a good that crime, not kind of
I dream Boneba with
you start having those thoughts, no. And to start, side depression, feeling lonely, anyway, no one, one can't your doctor, no man, so no, and no tema. Those are some of the complications, no. Premature death, in the time on soon, as no.
Yeah.
I bet you don't come not or share them. Those are some of the things now, complications. If you go through a depression, now I'm a doctor now, I'm aware in term that some of the complications may be no.
Yo, that's the brain. So am I complications nibi. Titru. Nia unkwa wo hye dem na adwenbone eba wotiri no san se etire nye boyfriend obi ehunu mu nti no unkwa wo hye ho na wo dwen na wo di utiri mu bobo no na obone fo no so obi so de bone ene adwenbone no bi bebre eba wotiri mu na emom no se wonya obi na wo de utimi nya edo re hye ne mu se nipa yi make am as a mature ni die enko ba bia eno ne confident no e wo se obi atinya obi a obetimi di ne ra hye ne mu kakra say asemasi de binim se mekọ na mekọ kama asem kire na ebetina ha ya enkwa abonten obi nkeka e ma ne nye he na we na yeso yesre se obi de wo ye confident na so no de ne ra hye wo mu no de ebuo mawo say ma de ha mini na me de tu wani mu na boa me a mema wano nye wo tro na mfa nkotena ba bi ne nka sanse ne yemfa nya wo kra no bi o ha na no bi ne prepress wo koka na nye yede abejawo wo yesa na waboa obi ama watimi akonsɔhwe kɛsie mu obi betimi akwatena asɛm ya wa abonten enu nti obefa aduro no wanom no wewu na nso bi pa na ntesa suma hu nti adɔfo nom ye sua sa ya remu nyina ne ye sua sɛ na yesu ye bɛyɛ obi a obi betimi de ne wura ahyɛ ye mu na watimi akonfide wo ye mu na sɛ eba sɛ mpai na bɛbɔ aboa no sɛ oni ontimi drive na ona be drive ne de na hospital ala sabiawo na waboa no na onyame afa ho no wahyiram ma yenye obi a yebeye emoa ama yadofo ne momunye yebeye bone ama yadofo sa enti complications na na eguso no sister part to so de kakra so ana
dia me di besa so so ne say complications ne bi wo ho itimi suicidal thoughts enti suicidal thoughts no eno na im say na sister Mavis say ka no say oti ho na wo say me kra then me so kra ni say me kra me ha mebusuafo na some of the signs I was say you about suicidal thoughts and say obe say o ne car or say ope car we ene be gi me car we wo ho no abeche uska me si gi me bank account we na o cheche ne niema
na ofa plan
nti na wo say ye menka ne say yetia obi ntia na so na say
obi was say obi
this is an alert
obi utia obi na so na say wo ka say de akwidie yesre mo wonhwemu
ana bia o ka kra say me kra me wu kra na ye den enti so obi ne wo keka science na obehwe obi wo ho so ati say ye mofra no ye teens no some of them do hand carton enti wo say akwala no wo na so ebia watwitwa ne nsa ho say o kato ho there's a scar you get scabs over
so wo twa ho a emoja
etwa no nti na e was say unhwe saa ne ma no ye ma ye ni na wo na ye hwe saa ne ma na complications ni bi ebi to me yet say you become a drug addict and I say you become an alcoholic
be fedro na say why sadriam
yes
da
o no munsa na bibi how pe now feel say me no munsa ebe boa me but ebi so need the Aunty Mavis can say you know be or no chronic disease and I say when ya yare bia ya man cancer or dina na onim say me no there is always a solution there is always the doctors need to me esa cancer you hospital ye hu bebre
omo ho to
who bet me every sa or how ni enti ye pese ye ma ye tiefo ni hu say depression eye bibia enye but solution wo ho ebi wo ho kra uni obi po kasa keke say sometimes you feeling the blues uni obi kasa kakra bi po wadanfo bi a oye wo confidence o trust no ebi a wo de ha wo no enye sa na be ha me ebi a wo sa asem na ebi a ejuma na yeyi we efimu no obi wo ho a ha no oko social welfare akoji your friend
okoji social security
wa no kra
full stamp
wa boano okoji na home kakra se we hu ebia asema me ebeto me a ebe ha me no wo ebia how enti na wo say ye ma ye community no ye aware so obi be ka na asem trewa na obi bi ha obi no ka trewa ma wani na ho na untu ne fo obi wo ho a eye kasa obeka tre no ebe buana ma enye edro na depression ne ebetimi a solving in na nti complications e bi wa no nipa na ye suicidal na one shekra na wa ye very anxious so de bia na oti bibi boni pe wa ye ha nipa no de bia wa ye ha some of these things can be high anxiety. Those are some of the complications of depression.
Yeda se bebre yenuaba na ye kan say ema also enam so ema obi enkoye depressed yen hye ne nso pa ema wo obi mfa ne depression enye wonti ene nipa ko no nya depression na say nipa ko no nya edam na wonya na say nipa ko no kokun ne ho san say ekoye sa na ya asefem enti yenye each other skipper ye mo yenya yenyonko ho ban ne ye hu sa asase eti so no obi a woni mre ayede ti so ti se wo be boa obi a na waboa no wontumi a na watwe ho bokọ na emom no emfa bibia ebema aye yaw ama nipa ko na koma ate anase wadi yaw ama na konya depression aba yo bra Edward amisa me hwa ori hakra beso yeso complications of depression
kakra me de be ka ho ni say we have to be aware say we have to be aware say can you hear me? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So we have to be aware. Say the depression and seminar. It's I always say it's something. I have to say in fact, obese or diabetes, obese or hypertension, obese or what yaria yajiatum. Oh, the same thing. Maybe if we hear a culture now where we are coming from, though. It's not something that we talked about. Maybe it was there, we never really talked about it as much. Oh, but then things happen. Not that it didn't happen. This will be Uncle Kuno and I will be Uncle Shedder Musama Bibi Uncle say it did happen. We just didn't talk about it. We right now, no, it's something in the open. It's something we can easily talk about. It's something that can easily be fixed. Oh, so we don't have to sit on it for it to blow up to be something big and sound about a issue. Oh, some of the things to highlight, some of the complications, will be leading to anxiety, leading to eating disorders,
anorexia, bulimia,
those kind of things, leading to even hypertension and increasing cholesterol. Diabetes. Because you know what, you're not doing anything. You've lost interest in taking care of yourself. Oh. Those things can lead to other issues. And then you also look at some of the social and financial issues that comes with it. Social and financial issues is you've stopped doing it. You're not doing any. So it doesn't just affect you. If you don't take care of it, it affects so many other people that you tend to take care of also. Financial issues is depressed but none of these things are permanent, right? You can talk to somebody. You better say Juma. It might not be hard. It might not be as easy as you thought it was going to be, but you eventually can do something about it. Talking about I'm so depressed to the sense that I don't want to talk to my friend. I said, I'm afraid there are other things you can do. There are 1-800 suicide numbers that you can call. You can call your primary care doctor. I mean, say you'll be a honoma or every week or Jessica. or you try the car or train, so be friend and then a casa. Oh, and we don't have to hold on to these things. Oh, and then the other thing about, we were talking about suicide. The other thing to say suicide, because I'm so depressed. Well, there are some people who also go and kill others or go and do something to somebody else. Oh, because they are so depressed, but then they don't want to go by themselves.
Like I said, obi so to me depressed onko no ane ho akoko
obi e de aka no ni nyina ti say Osha America hanoma brofo no most of the suicide bombers, and I say obi akako yese akokukum school children, that kind of thing. They are all part of it because we never took care of the little issue and then it turned into something bigger. I think that's just something to talk about.
That's bebre. Any ma more canning in our so no. Me fan say, woful say, won't mini will be what down for be and chana say will be or ben when cha. What was soft for or soft for so the among religious leaders, no. Or will be they are there for us to go and take confidence in, and then there are some cotton and man say, or can you hire a bit to me aboa. Ning none is all beggar courage, no. Now wait to me a coca. And as me fan say, penny be war. Community ni ma ebia ohini bia wo bu no a wo fere na wonim se na no enye hare na no eduru anase panimu bia ne kwa asori a wo feel se asem we de me pobiri na ka me ne nkoka anase wonu bia wo de wotimi hu se wo de ade ka o ka asem kire na obeboa wa mama solve na mom onfa ni wo hu fel saa ni nyina no eye weisa ebetimi aboa ame etumi aso ano se ne ebe ya enko ma ade no enye ensam na samre no emre bai pa na wo se wutimi hu doctor san say depression e ba sometimes ye before no de ya na ye ka say stigma ni nti obi am person be ka say wo depression e bia na meti ho e bia me wo depression but minim say me kaka ye community for mbestre me say we yes na dwuna say yo ye mpo de ye nka na say bia bibi na ha no ye say wabodam ye say na dwuna say nti wonam ho nyina no obi ehu a hwe wo neba no ye say wabodam ye say na dwuna say yo enso bia na eya de kitsuwe bi na eye bibi kakra bi pe nenso so no ya magnify na mana ye tantantan hu nti nipa no po ontimi mpo enko nipam se wakosre se de besi solve issue no nti I want us to talk about when to see a doctor and when to see somebody, you know. Say my name is sister maybe so also now obetimi start here no.
Okay, I think so. The moment I feel is that feeling of hopelessness. I say any dasobia anywhere you feel like you don't want to go anywhere, you want to be alone. Oh, feel it then cry now won't you the moment you start feeling that way, no, that anxiety is setting in. Oh, maybe what panicking now so even or they those are feeling like I shouldn't even take the medication anymore. Oh, whatever will happen should happen. No. So the moment you start feeling that way now, my doctor away. And I not make brother Nekano. If you are prescribe them the moment you prescribe it, maybe I'm for depression or before over starting symptoms. No, maybe diabetes a doing a cost prescribing my and new system named 237 no man, what I say have some thoughts. No, the moment I catch your doctor, no, or best stop here doing. Now I'm out before for nothing. Why then why I can't say one monitor. If they are quiet, usually call a doctor's office. They don't sound questions. Depression and you questions you want to say, you feel okay? You feel safe at home? All those things. No. And you know, if we will be honest, we have to make sure that we answer the questions. Not avoid whatever we are going through. Say you are in an abusive relationship, man. I said, be being close to you. My doctor is aware. Not only how to go about it. Now, make us say, you need counseling. Okay, we just had the exercise. We are now say, like other places on between Yamawa and also more line that depression line I contact you and they are there to help.
Okay.
Into the moment you start feeling that pain, I'm our doctor in your way and try money too late.
Okay.
me wo yanka no na e too late oh and I make an so for so I would gin to him say so for na no mu yedu yeah o ti be catch no say na o ya na say o bo adamfo bi na so be catch us of feeling depressed and na so o suicidal thoughts are making sure say o be man akwa ko doctor
yes
because one man akwa na be this because minimum can also I too late
sir
it's a inquiry Juma hospitals no moment a patient never can say I have that suicidal thought. I feel like harming myself. I feel like I don't feel like living. You have to let like
one-to-one. So
that they can assess the patient, making sure say the strength now medication and I say they have to put the patient on suicidal watch and I say
yeah, that's the baby. Sister Pat, super so the crack one. And I say
say adopting
yo
but you let me about anything else
Matse pacho ka crowd be kan wana
they can what they say it's all freeway and I say freeway yeah we Ghana for because of
yeah pacho backup kakra
okay na yeah ka say so who chire na say be all start say odwinwe so freeway say number 1 yeah who wait me afre with doctor the other thing is so because say yeah Ghana for no we have to start taking ownership say start to say yeah taking care of ourselves
wow pong na wow so
and I feel so madam for be frame e ka same cheme remember say or Jimmy ain't no frame e ka say me cheme mini obi eni asem papa bia kana enya madam for nasem na catch me in confidence no na dey babisi ho no abedi nkomo it we have to start the say sa na am for case sa na ete sa na ete no nya sa na ete
e was sa na ete free na ekwe na da be 23rd of January and we are 3 o'clock here was
yeah we have to start taking care of each other madam bia frame ya can say in confidence that's what onim say betimi aboa nintin of frame onim say betimi bibia man nintin of frame we have to think say we can be in that situation and they say in cause that situation that's something we can also be in so we need to take care of each other
we do
my Fabia Emma
Sanse obi free mu a ne akosu ne de areho akokoto ho na nipa kono ti ase na ohia moa no ya obeye confident ama watimi aka na semachewa na se bia bibi eba ebe koso nipa kono ama nipa kono ahwe ase anaso wenya depression na wo hunu from afar anaso obi mpo ehu aka kirewo from afar. Now, so you're very smart and cautious and know how to approach it and step on the toes. Say, as Miss Strong, a bayanka, a hana wuti and a she, let me say, if you sumbi or ho. Na guess what's me a boy Panama nefri mono. What's it do? Oh, Obi okra what's a Ghana, so no, oh dear, Obia Semoa. So what's I say, na and so no, Obia will burn no pan, be a waka. Mommy and Sia say, you be boy each other, na yet to me a tumpong. San say, change say a bit to ye be ye part of as at the say, you know. San say obia you responsible for the other person na dachi bia no onyankopon be bisa obia the part you played in every little thing fi say me na me hu na wo na wo hu a onyame de wo hu bibia enti adofo na ne ye kan abesi no me the phone number ni tudwa say obi pese wo friend obi sa question na so contribute a kwan da form 508 304 9394 508 3049394 wo question na say contribution a ye kan for ma say free na ne ye nche na mo amunti ne wa ha hello me pacho Unity Radio so ne pacho do for ben was say
hello. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
And I'm only a Juma pass.
Amen.
Any in football.
Yeah, that's it.
Where there's me and Kasame Mameli. Kasame Mameli, went to Raj. I mean, some of so.
Amen.
Church. Any I been pass.
Yes.
I am the pa asema mode 2 day.
Yo.
And be am the pa ne say. Go say yensia de Ghana for say menya gidie wo mu abeka asema chrew fa me ho na chire be ho na ye di bi nkomo wo baabi ne ye me de ba ko so say wo kan say sanka nipa no benya sofo bia na no mo ye true na obeka na asema chre na nyina beboa ye ya fi man kasa no ebe me say ye bi before na ye Ghana for no ya ho atamfo say ya devil so to me but if it were we dey to from today 23rd day of January na yen kambo yeah, we should treat ourselves as one. Maybe I mean to me and fine me hono. Me say me have been so on to me and fine me. Because one thing I believe in is that treat everybody the way you want to be treated.
Yes.
If you say Bible no crossing Yankupo boy and sen in seso. It is a Yankupo boy and sen in seso, the enemy so say be a lien. If I trust me make an watch. Yes. Nothing about shit page. No, I could make him about what here. Where I could make him about what here. Can you me about money? Just your cantona. Carefully, no piakashi. I learn anything. Kept the way to about it. Let's become one.
Yes.
And let's become one family. Let's be united. LIZZY only. Ya therefore I'm studio nyamisha
pa me pa cho oh royal baby me da say na kan baby sa odin e da say pa why anyway encouragement anything na wasi aka no enkran so amaye no me da say pa because e no so ebe boa ma obi kra want no ase no betumi ate won dialect ni mo nyamisha sa e da say yo bye Hello, Unity Radio singing part of the 4 Benny. Hello? 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 Part of the 4 Benny. It's not picking. Hello? Hello, Unity Radio Neon Patch of the 4 Benny was saying.
I me pacho me Indian ka me fancy ka na me kan some kakro me support to the amoka no. You
can't why be from Brako ku na Brako jo ana.
You frame Kofi.
Brako fi that's it.
Yeah. And so until LIZZY what to say?
Nyame adom ye ho ye pa. Ye da mas. Yo.
Eh kakra me person me kan say yen Ghana for no. Yeah, you suru ye ho. Especially ye o ma o me ye adwuma o hospitals no kra. So obi adwuma o lab be aye twimo ja anyway na so obi ko hokoye lab kra no. Na dia obi hu already obi hu o ni we so no. Na odi abefi any ade a hadwe nti obi wo problem kra no a deni say obe catch ni say o me ha oni wahu me kai say me ko hospital na ngrofu bi besra me no ba won ba na doctor no o si oye I'm a medical student. We need so almost small so then you buy and be jira hono now we start to say oh I will record it to see you this na me na fufu a wo ti hono mo no a wo be sra me na fufu pa wo be sra me no afi de we sorry ko na me PA me ho to me be fi a ave na Now we see assembly one to me horses.
Yeah.
It me fell back St. Vincent and I may we can't once a report to Yena or more friend. You say no. A new Kwasanka or buy over to some Crawford.
Also, excuse me. Yeah.
Or Kanji or cancer or be service as answer. Yin Ghana for Nancasa, Mammy back on the Campbell Casa. We saw young, they are young about some fools, so they will be to me. It will do how Ultimate can't because Oko Chimney or they call. Or you call I say who are Bantricana, a not of a threatening results. So you can be no how. So what do you mean can't if you said or car, a china, none of that part of one to be up on China or no more, now a threatening and so on. So they are more program, a very good, a good bar. Yammo, dear, more educated in Ghana for no. So, Sabi, Yadi. Will be Yari one or Yari will be one. You won't cry a cannon back a cannon, a buy more. But yeah, dear, you won't is Anna, ye Pamuni Pami, Johnny Panu, Nipano Naminano, no, I depressed one we, and not one Nipano. Now, dear, you can't be, and as I know many years, you know what you say, you better say in Subai. Now, yin ebe or do ebe ma ye ho eda wasi manuesi
sa brakofi ye da se pa nyame nsura wate nyame nsura pa adofonom eye ni bresem eye ma reho sem eye mani bresem pa se ye tu kwan ya ba ye pe bi akodi nyame aye yadom ebi ma be ware wa ha ebi ma wo ma wa ha ebi ma nya adwuma wa ha ebi ma ko school wa ha nanso so enam faithfulness kakra aye be show to each other nti ye betimi ama obi aye depressed no dey akowom obi betimi aka say me ahometi adofonom ye say ye suban wate na ya me be shrine. Hello, Unity Radio Senior Pacho for Beni. Pacho.
Me sakata eka ye black car sia. Ye black car sia na ye nkwepa. Especially when it comes to the hospitals.
Yes.
That's it. Yeah. You are not hospital. And yeah, he needs more of them. They will not actually go about it. Maybe we come have there's a particular hospital. Was to find a doctor in the media because I know a hospital. The free hospital they do feel
not on
air. Yeah. Uncle Day, now upper hospital. Na oyare and now says Dr. Kebi na fidi egu abonke nipa mo cho enye ye kwan ye wa America ho but enye yesu ni ye fine obi ye wa man is enu ye radio so ikekete wu ye ni enu me be dia o so aka so star man live no your chi radio no so o tin ye kwa adwen o se ni enu no o you see o be see. Seriously, I'm telling you. Seriously, and so send me how to cry. So do to cover by.
Oh, no.
And so we are not serving human beings. We are serving God.
Pepe.
And so maybe I'm a say. I want the young couple on the ashen. Any cry sure the ashen. I made you now to say, Messoman, let them say, yes, you have one also, and my name. You know, about you like about 50 about trouble. She more, yeah, know to miss him or get some about what here. No, to miss him or get some about what here. It will be actual. So be all the Unity Radio, I'm cannot talk. One say, Mamma, only in coffee working. We are soil, you come boom, you bush your course. We are Fanum and Amopa. We are in 2021. Nobody knows tomorrow. We are going there. That will your best name and I should master their name.
Son, no.
See, Yanka home boom. You don't Entina.
Yedas.
I'm sure be.
Nyame shroud do. Yedas bebre. What can you say when you na ma yen nyame shroud. Yo sister Pat. Mema okwan ma so aka bi. Why of mama die. Bia ne bekọ yasomye.
Yo me pacho yenuanom adofonom ne ye etiefo. Ye adwuma e wo hospital no. Yes, ye nyina.
Me pacho me fa college. Na yo. Hello, me pacho Unity Radio sini do for Beni.
I'm pacho your friend Frank me kasa free rooster.
Hi Frank, it is saying.
Na me na dum me ho me pacho so me na me so ho.
Ya me adom. Ye da sim pacho mane nko.
I'm pacho di kan na be mabaso. Me on chese pa me de me.
Ye da.
Ya so. You know, the entire time much. No more my palm way. So then they come on a bibia, movie, and I repay. Now, no question about 1% visa. I'm saying depression. No, and maybe they give me say, and my name to TSA, and my in more than a member. But what is action like I didn't hear?
Yo, that's it. You bet your mama why? I bet your mama on see, mammy, and put on. Yo, na part of person okasa answer but minim say yeah answer ne okay bra ed me pa cha obetumi actually ntia e ma ye see ya dwene ne kabo mu mo che me ma no e ye pe na ya dwene wo bom e da won ko a enti no me pa cha kan kakra train
I think say
pa cha train obi also hold on hello pa cha obi online so hello. I'm fine to see you. Okay. Hello, Unity Radio. Senior Pacho before Beni. Hello.
Hello, Ima.
Yeah, Pacho before Beni.
Hey, Pacho, Penny, this is
Hey, Penny, do see Pacho? Yeah, that's it. That's the one. Can Pacho what to saying?
Yamia dum, Yamia be my Namoso Mapum did say.
Oh, Yanko Padum or cry you.
That's it. My dad, Yamo saying in our church, and even in Yamin Shiramo.
Amen.
On two supreme, so no more saying in our. Oh, Yakaya said the Biao, ye Christopher, Africa for your Jinamiti, Mammy. I've been Safobi, I bet you. Yeah, the Christopher Catini. Mammy, look at Shada, do me there, do Fiada. Yes, when Yame, you're quite sorry, you say. Mammy, what you call Nancy? Kaka kwase owo se owo dodo ni ese papa ni yale o ese ma me ni yale o e de na ye no o de mi de mi nkan o Mammy sori bo le ja shaman se le pele fo kaye no ye Africa for ye wo ye no wi ase ni na ye no ya ho oni no
Arreho.
But for that she kra no o se ho ye ma
Arreho.
And I said, position you got to talk around. What also what was quick crew? I say, oh, but you Mammy, Marco Fasmabo, and so she is shared the papa, where this young is here.
Yes, yeah.
I mean, if you say quite far,
yeah, they're quite.
Say, you're there by you, don't go to bomb to the bill. Can you play war and people? I want my book, man, I want you. Your dear man will be a. Timami, Yamisha money a future of the mind. What?
Yeah, that's a bebre. Yamin show opinion. No people. Let me say, you better answer Frankie, dear. Not Frankie say, I didn't know a ma. Now Frankie say, I didn't know a ma any depression more than a mema. Oh, I'm picky question when so yeah, Hello, Unity Radio Senior Pacho do for Benny. Hello.
Hello. Pacho phone Kwaku.
Kwaku, yeah. Pacho is saying. Yo. My name Quay.
The question is you the way so now I including you.
Send it TBI, you betcha.
Number one, the question is and one will be a depression maybe. Na more sidena more treating.
Me Pacho say why nanya depression be question and Pacho be sani kakra be mama.
Na wa phone na phone na de na open us now on our discussion. Because I will say, won't be in depression, maybe.
Oh, okay. So, be any of us. Okay. Yo. Me patch on Matty, and see a bit answer my any question, and I'll be a home.
No question.
Patch on Matty.
Into the second question, we did to super corner or answer, mammy.
I'm
patch up a corner back. You will say, especially in Christian fire in the market because Sabibi how crana. You too say, say intermediary anamiyari and depression is here ben able bukuma you notice the depression high to me question more drama only man ye mam why me do ask
me pa cho question second one the obesan ati mu bi mama yen
me question second one say depression you crano oba you notice in time be ye be yeah, Frotafuno. You notice, yeah, you forgot about now you want Ghana. Yeah, Benessa, depression, yeah, 15 because it was depression. I'm sure one more why, dear. Maybe I may preserve the question of fun. Why?
Pacho Matse, Yahunia.
Oh, Yamin,
you brave. All right, me pachona or any kind answer Frank again. Oh, Frank is your person who didn't see a mao a risk be brave chain mema for depression.
I think what we were trying to say is that more women are diagnosed with depression more than men. In terms, and that what the chain say. Doctor edit diagnosis of depression eto ema so echen emema and yes be ema inya more depression echen emema we don't know we don't know but I know I think say ema call doctor home more
you could
emema no so omo ferry so ko catch doctor cry say depressed maybe or ya and also crowd near holding who say your culture no yes
man no stigma na the person yeah
and it's now my say a man numbers no adult so chain a member no yeah
yo we
na ka person me answer hip a hospital there no
hospital there me pa no ye be ka no summary na ka ho
oh okay
to ma me fa we because a problem e was ye kasa hello unity radio sinin pa cho do 4 penny.
Hello, Mommy, Pacho, your friend Linda.
Sister Linda, akwa about Unity Radio so.
Yeah,
Pacho manem kwai. Amen.
Sarah, this obey Koswa Mama Hoarding, and dear. Sir. And a bear, mon church repair, Modebe, a bear Koswa Bada.
Sir.
I have a question about actually last time I'm here, program na me person busa but I tried calling I couldn't get through.
Oh, kafra.
Enti me we na ka mo betimi answer briefly.
Sure.
About coronavirus na.
Sure.
Kakra me ka afa depression who say senya me ma me num ne me papa ma edi kan be kan ene mo de kakra maka asoso nso. Mumma yen ensia say ye beto ya no nareka. It will be a summer. Can you imagine so it will be a summer pie now wouldn't be and so not in a knock or two ebia and yet who I cross on in a big kummy panison sumo but oh dear now tension a crabina or the cosos no as a kummy panel
that's in
the as especially Ghana for above 4 quite 2 kind of 2 woman. When this yes as much as yai. And so young can say free baby neighbor I always tell myself that I had a chemo, a transit for her. Just like your priest of where I can say as I see you so dear, be a transit. Now in fact, Jana your son no baby papa and my dad channel. As I see so and I'm as Ghana for a 2 kind there, be a transit. Enti ema me ye ho siatra ema yemfa yenya ho asem bi obi wo ho a watimi enya bra a confide in you as a friend as a near no de na asem pia na say later on what say any pano nyame fa samba wo a den asem something and I'll back enti mama yenhwe ya no ye mama yenhwe ya no ye because I did a hard drink, especially a Worcester hyper. I did a hard drink. I did a hard drink. There's an incoming for, and I mean, there's so too much going on. And Timoma and Shay, I know ye. Because they be a was some crabia now, the cost so nice and then the Bekuni Pan. Into Miss Remo, the Kenyan, Obitiho. Obeka say me dey move free so cry and so na some pani e ka no se mo mani entie na sopem unnim de unye komo unnim de obi kom obi betimi address no akwatena sorry dem come who say bia he or she is always smiling so no unnim de nipa na fem on the redeem tiness you should take this discussion very seriously. Say ya no e betimi akunipa nti mo man hwe ka say ye na no ye me contribution kakra no now I wanted to ask a question last week. Say coronavirus vaccine na ba no is it okay for pregnant women to take it?
Okay. Yo mate we do for pa ye be you are no in due course why that's it. All right. Nti he say Frank de ende ye wie no. Na kwaku ebisa say isa depression kra no. Da ben ye diagnose ye. Da ben ye tis how vocabulary do kra wo ye kasem go Ghana Africa for mu. He say nya ade a na yate ne nkada. All of a sudden depression abama obi enya left and right. Nti when did it even come to be? Na Choco, mami, okay, Choco, I'll call him. Enti pacha when the person can be kakra fa ho. Yeah, kakra mine na e bia ye na yenti ni ye wo community ni mbate bo hono mo yeah.
Me GD pastor depression e wo ho for a long time. We nye yare foforo. Na ubehu say obi wo ho a na osi maye din maye bosan yet na yete Bon so obi wo wa o si me menti we say yare bia awo Africa memu anase awo ho or how there e wo baby a untimi nka say or how minya or how crada nti no bisa say yan ye wo panel so obi anya depression da of course but enu ntre say me fe draw anase bibi to me too ye ni pay nko ade bibi beto I say COMMUNAL I say we need to meje ureti me ho so we masem bi ha me asem ti me ho bia enti no me pa ucho so ora kwaku na bisa asem
ora kwaku na bisa asem ye mu bi enya bi da
ye nyina ye bi
oh yes
what you say bra kwaku ye nyina na mom ye nya ye no nyame boa ye ma ye fi mu enti ye eni yeso se uwo we that edu bibia u rate me ho and I Edward ore ho
sa pepepe
when it meje enu ntre se uye superman obi anye superman and superwoman na mom erade a odi wo ho ato ne so no onu na otimi ejejew efisa anyemanim obi wo ho kra so a uni wadamfo papa bi eka sasem na ahye wo so na depression ne fi ho obi so de timi ye ebi obenua ni favorite food and now the music basis so and now obenante and now be exercises and now be didi ye se ne be ya sister Mavis kan se wo didi bebre a obe ye kese wo ye kese a especially like mofra no yetimi sere wa na yetimi omutimi bully wa na bibi na de yare so eba ain't no depression is something that has been there but I think the awareness has not been there.
Yes,
but say ya no ye pese awareness ne ba
eba
na yehu na yetimi treaty na yenya ye what sa niema ni bi no enkoye se ukoka na aye basa te se ye besera na obi beka obi bedi wo ho fewa na bibi da bi e wo se sene panel naka ene sene omo afrefo ne ka no yentumi ema ya no nye dru ena na me beka tre Aunty Lizzy say yen ye wo hospital no obi beda ho no ye Ghanani a enka na asem nkyere wo nyonko ye adwuma wo ho ye Ghanani yesre bebre. There is something called HIPAA. So who ye patient na obi eka wa asem kyere obi who right so be reported. And you're very, very serious. It is a me and no just a me yarida, my yarida. Now I call to me or humans and I say, especially, ye obi or ye juma or humans or some pet doctor or humans, me po St. Vincent. Obi also ye juma or St. Vincent or some po St. Vincent, me po humans. Me say me yasa. Because me peso be back home asem na odiatene. Enti me pa mo cho. Obi yare na oba ye hospital. And can na someone na we are Ghanani who black person na we are Ghanani me ubeti me testify when you come to my hospital we are Ghanani na me ni assignment ni so obi be sami amisi me control and we all have to do that. Privacy is also treatment. It's very important. Into yesterday ye nuanu ma ye adwuma or hospital like I say no obi be da ho and funny yare and tom our community name yes remo mu ye adwuma pa nemom ye ma ya no nyedu wu tuntuma enko hwehwa na we o Ghanani na we no enye right Miss Remo ara Yesu ompesa Miss Remo ye ndi nokware ema ye ho de edi ye wa enye wo de no emfa anye obi manuesi
ye da se bebre sister parts yenim se ne waka no ato asompem sanse yen na ye ho adro yo Yennfa nipa kore online say hello Unity Radio sinim pachodo for beni
hello Unity Radio anade empa mocho nyame ama mo akasapa antipat nyame shaw bebre why ene malizi nyame shaw mo bebre be ya mo bono mo mbo wa
ye dance
mo mbo wa
ya dance ye be koso aka
say wako hospital ana wako baby akohia unia Ghanani na sebi bia yesi woton wo yare na wonya anu eduro me papa bi so bi say depression no e ba da ben so bibi to wa e na woda bibi ato da be ho se de tie papa depression like the panels are saying obi anya bi because me nya accident e ko mu ha doctor no edu baby opa me cho say minko fi na memra minko baby na memra Ghana need to say baby free me and to say amanoni a you na ye ba betwe mo akoi at least when you are sick and I say when you are going through something no back home no you have friends you have family friends the component say only omo ko di sa adekọ na ya ha wonu nkomo a when you go there no
why relate
etugu na ha no ade ni ha okra na wadam fu kra wonu na fe no e ko ne nchen kra usro sa sabi most of us no uka omo bi sa wo say sister ana brother wo fa okay o ka say wo start Usta do betu ya tna ho. Usta eden na we usta. And you the same human beings ya e be how United States of America. Inti ma part and ma Lizzy and ma bra uncle Ed. Nyami amo. Ni chechepa. Mfutro en sakrani pa mpamocho. We should come as one. Not I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect. Thank you. Thank you.
Yate the four. Yabeko swaka na ebia ye kan bebre a.
What tapping or body called or would you be coma or another third person? No, what? I wouldn't know who was Tacoa. Me, if you are me, my witness, and then
Ye bom pa ye
It
say.
was so heartbreaking.
Ningi na to my depression.
Maybe will be or free or better radio so or can I say more yes so is that person is
Sir.
that person is dying slowly. Yes, seminar will be go
Sir.
There also be cover like the mama part working and in your friend and the sister Emilia. I saw them were sitting who are cleaning water. If you could do it, you don't know what is running in the body and the veins of the person.
Sir.
Ghana flame in the Yankupo Hatta Swim, they pay in our choice. Near Tremor, your man in Tremor. Be a new page.
Sir, prepare.
I'm sure you know.
Amen. Ye that's it. No kwasem ne say, a rehoseme woman say, Emra, ye can't say a be a program ye. Na me di many two from some hwehwe nkrofo a mbetimi ne aye program ye no doctor si bia me catch am some ye Ghana for me boy no owo ka che say ye Ghana community we me ye die ntia fi se china nko na odin da bonten obi a obabe boy no o se onye because of suban a won hu say adadi enuanom areho mama ye nhwe ne yi. Hello Unity Radio sin mpachodo for be na wosin.
Yo, Unity Radio, Nyamishram.
Yeah, that's it. Mpacho do for
me. Unyuma pa mudi. And somewhat whatever and I'm saying let me tell you no. A branch be free. Lots of pursue who say a depression crowd and day by the base. It's been since 19. It's been there for a long time. But unfortunately, who free mono, he and realize this. If you say, "Ubi ever bear witness with me," Ubi oha more high as a oko a fool, oko ako hanging a home.
A question of one comfort.
A question of one comfort. Ubi oha, say on the year not in the courage or what I would say, or what I'm upon to wear. Now, they need. Adie timi edi
who dia the best free
yan diagnose no and no kra na dangerous no at least how they work yenim di ntia yenim di be cause by holiday the lamb say na pay attention to it and no obi ho yeso apart to magu okochina ensumo of rule of bridge so just the name you know you trying to say a dambo but sad depression kakra no and lead a lot of people into suicide to say how you buy a lion of free come live or live bien ho
be
into the other kind of do or yenye oko saying you know people no gusa say you know depression cry about the bed about since 19 could you go and a kind of maybe they said you go hospital they go out the doctor but some said na ufie ya rebe na one yare we be I don't know to be minimum if say then maybe am come here diagnose no the minimum say the common idea want to situation you be any situation it tends to be the diabetes. If you know the question of person somehow no the idea you know depression a way of hope free 19 could you hold
you
that's acquire buffer so the be G Niakoka to say you better say smesi you see more or they a more correct to remove one hand you know that's why I dig it to person
yo do for ye da si bebre ye da si pa nyame nshraw ye da si bebre yo enti minim se bra do person de kakra ka ho a of all the questions let me see answer nia e wo ho ni na so person we de the fire be vaccination e de no so so person can be kakra kan pa cha me hwe ni pa. Hello mpacho Unity Radio so ni hwan ni o.
Hello, I'm Linda.
Hi, Linda.
Yeah, I'm going to make you one more contribution.
Okay.
So as Ghanaians, one thing I've noticed we don't like seeking help, also professional help.
as much as Yaka say, hospital, we also have that option of seeking professional help, therapy. To me, any Obiakodin Komo, now so the food to Kakrane, or the Abuao. Meaning, say, maybe before the time, Pesa, as opposed to abrofono, and so that's also another helpful option. Another path I use a bit me follow.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, that's the be you really few other question. You be here, no wine. Yo, ain't you know? I think it's a depression. We have to continue next week. I mean, say a topic is broad and people have a lot of contributions and questions, and I think we should do that. Meaning, say, be a we person contribute to depression. Be more.
Just the stigma.
The stigma.
Stigma of African Americans, like young black community. Young black community, no. Yeah, sometimes obi ferry so beka say our mental health, because depression is part of mental health. And me pese obia enya akumato. Like obia areshemu, like enhu say it's an illness. So depression no yare, and say Besha Michelle Obama, the former president's wife, Mrs. Michelle Obama, or say when they went to the White House, she got a form of depression. You will say celebrities be brave. Oh yeah, about Gabriel Union. Yeah, we have to treat it and fan show can be.
Sa pepe ye da se me pa choco na wosiana Pacho now so person contribute kakra to Frank question or beside about men and women no.
Okay. Okay, all right.
And yes, I said different contribution a person.
Can be a
okay.
Depression no. The diagnosis in our memo because to say you know work no.
Yeah, Martha hospital.
Yeah, home macho men.
Champion for men. Why champion for?
Yeah, we are macho. So, and you could be one of the fear gas depression. Depressed.
And I was in the farmers of the
because of that, so you depressed and said the inquiry. Maybe I'm from my own could be in a non cancer and doctor and so who will be not depression. So now, attitude, and member attitude, it's not only and yet only common in Ghanaian community, even abroad, and especially that if anything, abroad penny from Kokoano near the don't be a macho crash me. Then the whole year setting a crowd. Oh, Cassandra. Oh, like I said, oh, you kill. And a man, mum, and no mobile or man can be a doctor and a nurse. See, and I'm a failure, and until I am diagnosing the more in a man. And I personally, I can say, one of the contributing factors of depression and depression possibly hormonal changes. So that's all share a man and a mema at the top one. A man they go through hormonal changes more estimate a mema. And for instance, so we'll share to say that is a maybe say I say maybe and I just a partner like I said maybe no or feature so that time no the hormonal changes about and it's a hormones no a chemicals be a word ni padua a catching it again say oh and me also say also you see and I say me also so you say it's a mad no hormonal changes more than young and mema. At least in the very least, assuming be hormonal changes. So as our hormonal changes, it to me the depression. Young man, Momo can, already can. And I think so. Oba who drew your friend is saying who drew post-menopausal stage.
Uchabra.
Uchabra. My friend, so we drew. Baby. As a rule, qualification.
Uchabra.
And I will transition from so qualification is a big gycrano. You go through a major hormonal change. So that is so significant to say. At that time, and my mother it me call depression. So, in the sign of my name, anything a more almost depression more than a man. So, in any kind of among a baby or manuaka, mamma, they will be more easily more likely to be diagnosed than a mamma. And I feel so, almost hormonal changes move more than a member. The meaning of depression more than the end. Into the worker, and I feel so. Brian, I know worker say, you say you can't be fine. So depression crowd that bank and you discover depression. Let the brand kind and no depression has been there for a long time. One of my say, as soon as you are questioning what control. So. But I can maybe you knew him, and I say you knew him in GBA. So I say that because of additional research, and my name and into you who say, oh, so we are saying that listen here, you're not doing it. So I dare say, we are discovering new things, new diseases, and also we are putting names to new conditions. So. And so one grew a dear child at the air singing. And it's doesn't only end up depression. As we learn more about the human body, we will understand more about the human body's conditions and will come up with solutions towards them. Now, until we say, Sister Linda, I think we about coronavirus. No, me
part of us also. I say vaccines and was say a good say obi onyim e be vaccine nana.
Okay. Me sure that's a question where you address that, but you know you be me affect him. The next can say time I know more year research about coronavirus no. Or man fa a pim for research. Man fa a pim for an answer at bad time.
Yeah,
they didn't research them because of they are not sure about how it would affect the unborn baby, and they don't want to take the risk. To be honest with you, they knew the brain say you develop what we don't want to take any risk with baby, and you know you a bad time and then a painful but they say they are still looking into it because even on almost participating almost trials no almost vaccine they no it be so I say I say in the process no they got pregnant so into almost they are studying them so into with time or not your friend is a new research and as a results will come out as to the effect about and I say we see how it will affect you. But as of now, dear, and you're advisable, say and I say we'll breastfeed vaccine, no. But say if you are at an increased risk of getting coronavirus, and I say if you are at an increased risk of getting serious coronavirus disease, you have to discuss it with your doctor and answer with OBGYN. Namushim, say, what panyana, a baboa, and answer a moa. So, and that is what you need to do if you are pregnant or you are breastfeeding and you want to get the vaccine.
Yedasi bebre, Yedmia Choco. Sister Linda, I say a question I'll be say about corona vaccine, no? For pregnant people, no, I say you are no. So when you ma, Yenya studies were hot, Yenya research were hot, and say a pim for no get your mom when you be answer, and your mama won't quadank it one, your mom when you be answer. They say, dear, when share and penny for near mom when you and your mom yes single no pay any extra monty. Say, dear, I don't think that vaccine you will be mapping for an answer more omo awo foforo no enti abusuafo yeda mo ase bebre be hu se bebre hwe obi hwe free Germany obi hwe free Ghana obi hwe free nkofo hwe free a whole arena of places yeda mo ase someone aso amayen na mo ne yen edisa ensa wo so about depression onyame nhira mo na ebekoso aka ne se da bia de be chia de be se bia no enema bebre ti misisi nti ni pedua nim na wankasa wo hwe na wo asese hwe se wo ye okay ya na se bia bibi enkoya se ne na brakwaku kan brakwaku depression ye nyina wo bia nya bi pen wo anya bi tama wo so a bia wo ye pen ni wo nya bi depression kwa de me ye sure se wo watu kwa ba brochire bia no at some point no wo hwe adwuma wo kosuku wo pen krata wo obi anya bi ye nyina obi anya bi but de eye ade papa wo mu ne se wa ma na ani wo so anche wo ho anche nti ameye yare a eye chronic ameda wo so eno nso so na ye body rule se wo bia be hu ne sa se bibi bana sade no hawa wo be me aso ano ntem wo be free obi obetimi aboa wo psychotherapist psychologists omo dwuma ne se omo ne obi a wa depressed ebetena se ne akasa omo ye doctors omo specialize in sad depression area no enti se wo hwe na se bibi hawa o ka che wo doctor obema o referral amwa ko psychotherapist ho anase psychologist ho omo no betina se omo no bedidi nkoma na omo hu se we enye depression na se we depression ebi a adekora ekoso no omo yi free kwamu ma wa ebetimi aboa minimo bia na dia ha no na e wo se yetimi ma ne free adwuma mu kotena fi kakra ansa obi on so na wa wo edane na so peche na wo nya depression no kwan ye fa so gi abofra no free ni nchen ma ye hwe na ama ne ho to no ansa ye de ne bre no ti se o pese o ko hunu doctors na o doctor betimi a refer to a psychotherapist ye good utimi kone obi ko kasa na watie na wa hwe the cause of it na ye betimi aboa na afiri ho ansa kra na be ye asem kese ato ha ma mitimi hu say depression topic here me say ye be say to us next week I think it's saying crofo ani age ho na bebre nso so questions bebre wo ho ene say ye si tutu ye ho fo e wo community nim adwuma ye healthcare for say na wo sika ye no asudie da ye so say obi ba ye momo no we are helping to heal the person but ya no ye betu ya no na reka we will be able to mute our mouths so ne be ya Yennfa ne ekoso hospital Emma Abontin na Emma the trust that yenkrofo ne wo e wo yemu so mbeba begia yaresa no free ho because that's the last thing you want somebody to mistrust you and I said distrust you na onfa na sem Emma and I said yare Emma yes na ha bebre nti e besre so we adwuma hospital nkwaje so we work kitchen so your housekeeper so your nurse so your CNA so your secretary so your greeter doctor sanya tie bia no yesre wara yenya sa trust no ma each other our community nim na ya no nya duru na enam so no ama obi enkwanhwe no say because oba ye beka nti yeda mase bebre o ma ya de hye nyame nhira mo yedim se moni ya din sa wo so ache na sa mre ya yesori die ye bo nyame mpa ye se obebo ye nyina ye ho ban na da se ne ye hia ya san edi nkita ho ibiem yeda mase bebre nyame nhira mo na on show bia so to next week.